Hi guys, Marcus here and welcome to Chinese Entertainment Update January 27th, 2020 edition. In this edition, my first impressions of The Pillow Book and Evernight 2, and the coronavirus creates havoc. But I want to first take this opportunity to wish all of you a happy Lunar New Year. I've been extremely busy with Lunar New Year stuff, catching up with family, playing mahjong, and eating durian. Okay, eating durian is not really a Lunar New Year thing, but my family has made it our Lunar New Year thing. I'm at a big family reunion here in Malaysia and I've barely had any time to watch any dramas, but I have been keeping up with the news so I can still bring you guys updates. I also haven't been answering comments as much as I'd like, but I assure you guys that I'm reading them and I want to wish you all peace, happiness, and prosperity. On with the show. The Pillow Book, also known as Eternal Love of Dream, broke 190 million views after only one day of release. The drama is a spin-off of the 2017 hit drama 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, starring Yang Mi and Mark Chow. I caught the first episode of The Pillow Book, and here's a quick recap. Dilraba stars as the nine-tailed red fox, Bai Fengqiu, who idolizes and fantasizes about Donghua Dijun, the Heaven Clan's leader, played by Vengo Gao. As a young fox spirit, Bai Fengqiu is naturally curious and full of energy. She accidentally stumbles upon enemy territory and gets chased down by a saber-toothed tiger-looking beast. And who comes along to save the day? Donghua Dijun, of course. While Donghua is confronting some members of the demon clan, Fengqiu gets whisked back home. The drama was shot in 2018 but went through many delays before eventually premiering on the 22nd this month. Many fans found the wait agonizing, but production finally came through with a great New Year's gift. As far as reception for the drama goes, it's been mixed reviews from what I've read, but most have said to be enjoying it. I've only seen the first episode out of the available 12, so I don't want to comment too much on it yet, but I thought the first episode was pretty entertaining. So when Fengqiu and Donghua meet in The Pillow Book, it's different from how they met in 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, and this has been kind of a point of contention for those who preferred how it was in 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms. Of course, everyone is entitled to their opinion. It should be noted that the 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms version was fabricated by the writers of the show. It did not follow the novel, whereas The Pillow Book does. I haven't read the novel, but according to some who have, the drama has generally speaking been quite faithful to it, which is something that lovers of the novel would appreciate. You Are My City and Fortress is the literally translated title of an upcoming modern drama starring Sandra Ma and Bai Jingting. It tells the story of a blossoming romance between a doctor, played by Sandra Ma, and a special unit police officer, played by Bai Jingting, as they work together during a rescue mission. There's another drama in a similar vein, Dear Uniform, which features a romance between a surgeon and a soldier, played by Li Qing and Johnny Huang respectively. Then there are also other dramas in the works featuring female doctors as lead characters. Thank You Doctor and Breath of Destiny stars Yang Mi and Steffi Chi as female doctors respectively. Sandra Ma was recently in Mr. Fighting with Deng Lun, whereas Bai Jingting had a supporting role in The Rise of Phoenixes. You Are My City and Fortress wrapped recently and is based on a novel of the same name. More on it when they release updates. As much as I want to spread positive news this festive season, I also want to be practical and speak on something serious that's been happening, and that's the Wuhan coronavirus. As it pertains to Chinese entertainment, China has made the costly but, in my opinion, necessary decision to shut down thousands of cinemas, almost 70,000 in fact. 6 movies originally slated to hit the silver screen over the Lunar New Year postponed their premiere dates. Detective Chinatown 3, Leap, The Rescue, Jiangdong Ya, Boonie Bears the Wildlife, and Vanguard have all delayed their premieres. Another blockbuster production, Lost in Russia, was also set to premiere in theaters, but scrapped those plans and instead premiered online. Xu Zheng, the director and star of the film, announced that in an unprecedented move, the film will be made available online for free. It was his way of saying thanks to the public while they're battling the coronavirus. The film was originally released on Huanxi premium streaming platform, but I'm sure by now it's online everywhere. It might even be on YouTube. The Lunar New Year is the commercial high point of the year for Chinese cinema, with well over 1 billion RMB of box office revenue. The coronavirus has of course crippled, if not decimated that. So I want to briefly touch on what exactly is a coronavirus and what precautions we can take against it. Coronaviruses are a family of viruses that can cause a variety of ailments, among them SARS, which hit China and other countries in 2003. The coronavirus may have spread to humans from animals at a now closed seafood market in the city of Wuhan, where most of the cases have been diagnosed. In fact, Wuhan and 7 other cities in the province have now been quarantined. I don't want to sound paranoid or make the situation scarier than it actually is, but I think everyone can certainly take precautions to protect themselves against the spread of this disease. The first is to wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds and use hand sanitizers if possible. Second is to use face masks while in crowded places and to make sure to put them on properly. Third is to avoid touching your face, especially rubbing your eyes or picking your nose. And lastly is to disinfect the objects and surfaces you touch as much as you can, especially in public. Now, some might ask, are these precautions really necessary and am I just being paranoid? But I'll tell you something, as someone traveling through Asia right now, I'd rather be safe than sorry. And now it's time for me to answer a question from one of you, a fan who supports my channel by contributing $1 or more on my crowdfunding page Patreon. Today's question comes from River Song, who asks, "Hello Marcus, I'm curious about something. Have you watched Evernight 2 yet? I watched the first season on Viki, it's rated 9.4, yet Evernight 2 is rated 8.6 as of now. It would seem that the international fans are not liking it, but I wanted to know if the reception was different in China. Thank you." Thank you, River Song, for your question. I've only caught the first episode of Evernight 2, so I haven't seen too much of it. The initial assessment I've heard from most fans, Chinese and international, is, like you said, it's not really meeting expectations. It seems to me like Ningque has lost that cocky likability that people loved from season 1, and it just feels different now. I'm still pretty drawn to the story though, and Dylan Wang and Irene Song are still good actors in my book. The CGI is pretty good from what I've seen in the first episode. I think to get the best out of the drama, you'd have to watch it as its own, and not compare it too much with the first season. But of course, that's going to be hard to do considering how popular the first season was. And that's it for this edition, guys. This show would not be possible without your support, whether it's through Patreon or simply by watching, liking, and subscribing. So thank you all for watching, and I wish you all good health and happiness. Until next time, cheers!